There we go. I think we finally have sound. So once again, this is Blackford Sports Network. This is David Weddle here. And unfortunately, Steve couldn't be with us tonight, so I am learning the board, the software, and everything all at the same time. And we finally just got the sound to work. And timeout, Lady Bruins. So I think I finally have the sound going here because I can actually hear myself now. So I apologize for the technical difficulties here. It's we're in the first quarter. It's 17-2 right now. I'll try to get the score caught up. So you got a rookie with the software, rookie with the broadcasting and running the camera, so I apologize for all the technical difficulties. I think we now have sound, and we should be live on our YouTube channel. But this is the Blackford Sports Network, broadcasting the very first Lady Bruins game for the season. And it's been a rough start for the Lady Bruins. It's 17-2 right now. Got an experienced Southwood team with 5 seniors on the team, and 3 of those seniors started, 1 junior and 1 freshman started. And Lady Bruins coming back out after that timeout. We've got about a minute to go in the first period here. So thanks for tuning in. And again, we want to thank all of our sponsors. Waters driving the ball in and misses on the lay-in. Southwood bringing the ball back down. And they've got some good three-point shooters out there, and Blackford has had to do a lot of rebounding. Southwood has been very hot from the field, and Blackford has been getting caught in the trap. So Southwood has a really good trapping defense here that keeps getting us caught up. And Olivia Lee's coming back in for Helen Weitzel. Soane's inbounding the ball to Lee's. Lee's for 3 points. Misses just off on that one. Over to Waters. Back to Lee's. Lee's for 3-point. A little bit shy on that one as well. And good defensive steal by Lees on that, bringing it down. I think you're going to see the Lady Bruins pick up their defensive pressure now. They're moving to a man-to-man defense here. And inbounds pass is out of bounds, coming back to the Lady Bruins. So we've got a lot of pressure being put on by Southwood. J.C. Soanes with the ball, the last second shot. And that ends the first quarter. And at the end of one quarter, it's 17-2 with Southwood ahead. I'm going to attempt to go to a commercial, and we'll be right back. And I'm not sure I have the commercials loaded, so I push the commercial button and nothing happens, so I'll just keep talking here. And again, we've got a good crowd here from Blackford, probably a little over 100 people here to watch the girls play their opening game of the season. Been a rough start for the first quarter, 17-2, but we are a young team this year. We lost 3 of our seniors last year, returning 4 players from last year's team, last year's starters, I should say, and a big freshman class coming in with Olivia Lease and Olivia Waters both starting tonight for the Lady Bruins. So we'll start the second quarter with Southwood taking the ball out at half court, and Lady Bruins moving back to the man-to-man defense. And the drive for the basket, no good. Southwood gets a rebound, and another three-point shot is off. And looks like, oh, no, it was saved from going out of bounds. Good hustle on Southwood's part. And we've got a foul. Olivia Lease fouling on that play. And another three-point play. The Southwood girls are hot. And so far, the Lady Bruins haven't found their shooting range yet. And another turnover there. Olivia Lease double dribbles, bringing the ball back to Southwood. You can count on at halftime, I'm sure Coach Waters will make some adjustments. But these Southwood girls have been hot from the three-point line and also getting a lot of rebounds. And we've got some opening night jitters, I believe. Waters misses on that two-point shot, and but out off of the Southwood player, so we'll retain the ball. And Helen Weitzel coming in for Olivia Waters. Just off the mark by Weitzel, rebounded, controlled by J.C. Soames. And J.C. for a three-point shot. Rebounded by Reagan Harding. And a foul on number 14. Aaron Lehner for Southwood got that foul. Ball is inbounded. And Southwood has a really good trapping defense here. And again, I apologize for the camera work. I'm doing everything here. I don't have the experience that Steve Hurd has, that's for sure. We're missing free throws tonight as well. Grace Simmons at the free throw line misses the first of the two-shot free throws. And she hits the next one. Brings the score to 22-3, and it looks like Blackford is bringing on a full court pressure. Stolen by Olivia Lees and tripped by number 11. So it'll be Blackford's ball on the sideline right there. Into Reagan, over to Grace. Olivia to Helen Weitzel for 3 points, and it's good. Blackford starting to get the range now. And good defensive play by Reagan Harding right there. Intercepts a long pass and gets fouled in the process. So you can tell the Lady Bruins are changing a few things and changing up bringing in some experience in their players. J.C. Soames in the corner, over to Olivia Lease. Into Reagan Harding into the inside, out to Helen. Thought about that one. Okay, and 2-point shot by Lease is off the mark, and getting back. Looks like we're back into a zone, a 3-2 zone defense here, with J.C. Soames at the top of the zone. Watching the passing lanes and doing a little trap of their own. The trap defense has been very effective for Southwood, and rebounded by J.C. Soames and taking it coast to coast. And we got another foul by number 14 of Southwood on the drive. Erin Lehner, I believe that's her second. And a couple subs coming in. We've got Olivia Waters coming in, and Sissy Reed just came in. Soames at the line for free throw and makes the first one. Takes the score to 22-7. Soames gets ready for the second shot and is off. Southwood's doing a great job of blocking out our Bruins. And there's 24 again for a 3-point shot, and rebounded by Olivia, but doesn't quite get control of it. And foul is on Olivia Waters, her second. And another 3-point shot. McKenna Pace has been hot from that 3-point shot. There's Helen Weitzel in the corner for three. Hits the shot and gets fouled. All right, Weitzel will be shooting one. Attempting to complete a 4-point play here. Weitzel's been pretty hot from the 3-point line here and helping Lady Bruins come back in. And she makes her free throw. Maybe this is a 5-point play. Who knows? And scores both free throws. Takes the score to 25-12, and Bruins are a little bit slow getting back and have to foul. Simmons on that foul. Olivia Lee's back in for Simmons. And she hits both free throws, making it 27-12. Lease for three, just off the mark. Long rebound and good passing by the Knights and missed the shot. Olivia Lease coming down with the rebound, bringing it coast to coast, over to Weitzel, back to Lease. Inside to Soames. Soames for a 10-footer and misses. And we've got another block by Olivia Waters. That's her third block of the game. Good timing on that block. She does such a good job. A lot of people would foul on a shot like that, but Olivia has good timing and was able to block the shot. Oh, and stolen by Lease. Lease is driving down for the layup. Misses the layup. Knocks the ball back. And the Bruins are fighting over the ball, and JC steps on the end line. So the Lady Bruins putting on their full court trapping defense. I saw them working on that in practice this week as well. And bringing it down, Sones on the foul. Again, 27-12. Definitely the Lady Bruins are coming back here in the second quarter, making it a game. Guarantee at halftime there'll be some adjustments made, and we'll see what they can do in the second half. 28-12 is as number 14 is Aaron Lehner. Hits another free throw and hits both of them. 29-12. Waters bringing the ball down. Over to Weitzel. Back to Waters. Inside. And Southwood steals the ball, but they get called for traveling almost immediately. It's Sissy Reed in the middle there for the Bruins. Over to Weitzel in the corner for three, and another three for Helen Weitzel. Takes it up to 15. I apologize for the camera work. Okay, we have a substitution back in. Reagan Harding and Cagle are back in. And a steal by Lease, knocked away. Recovered by Southwood. And we're back to a man-to-man defense. Stolen by the Bruins. Lease bringing the ball up over to Waters. Waters thinks about shooting that three. And another turnover by Southwood. First a turnover by Blackford, and then it turned right around and the turnover by Southwood, giving Bruins ball back again. Weitzel brings the ball into Waters, over to Lease. Back to Weitzel at the top of the key. Over to Lease. Lease from three. Misses on that three. Rebounded by Harding. Weitzel from two and banks it in. And another steal by the Bruins, and Waters for the 2 points. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a ball game. It's 29-19 now. Lady Bruins are fighting hard to get back into this game. They started out very, very cold in the first quarter and only scored 2 points in the first quarter, but they're coming back here in the second quarter and making it a much closer game. Guarantee Coach Waters is going to have a few things to say. I'm going to attempt to play one of our ads again. I'm not sure they're loaded in here correctly, but I'm going to try to do that again. Okay, we are back. Got a timeout here by Southwood Knights as the Lady Bruins are fighting or scrapping their way back into this game. Got Olivia Lease, Olivia Waters, Reagan Harding, Helen Weitzel, and Aaron Cagle in the game right now for the Bruins. They've got their full court trapping defense, and another turnover by the Southwood Knights. Good pressure being put on by the Lady Bruins, and creates another turnover. Pass knocked away, recovered by Cagle. Waters with the ball. Weitzel for three. Reagan Harding right there for the rebound and scores the 2 points. And a nice tip by Olivia Lease, and another turnover. Defensive pressure making another turnover by Southwood. Let me get the score caught up here as well. 29-21, down to 35 seconds to go in the half. And Lady Bruins only down by 8 points right now. Pass out to Harding for three, goes in for a rebound. Southwood controls the rebound, brings it down. And off the foot of one of the Lady Bruins. And Soanes coming back in for Aaron. Aaron Cagle takes a rest. 17 seconds to go. Lady Bruins need a defensive stop right here. And they get the rebound. Soanes is there for the rebound, bringing it down. 11 seconds to go. Over to Waters. 7, 6. Over in the corner to Helen Weitzel. And Waters will take that last shot just off the mark for a final shot. So here we are at halftime. Lady Bruins really coming back strong in the second quarter to make it 29-21 at halftime. So this is the Blackford Sports Network. I appreciate everybody being patient with me while I get all the technical issues worked out here. I think we've got sound, and I think we're still live on Facebook. I'm learning this software and learning everything about this broadcast software, and unfortunately Steve wasn't able to make it tonight, and I'm getting a crash course on how to work everything. So no more excuses. I think we're live now. Still having issues getting to our commercials, but I want to thank all of our sponsors that we have with Blackford Sports Network. And if you've not been to our website, Blackford Sports Network, come and visit us, visit all of our sponsors. Unfortunately, I don't have a list of them sitting here in front of me. But tonight, we're in Southwood High School, which is in Wabash County, Wabash, Indiana, and taking on a very strong, talented Southwood Knights girls team. They've got several seniors, very well-led senior team, and the Lady Bruins have a couple seniors, Briadney and Reagan Harding, Sissy Reed and Aaron Cagle, very strong leaders in the group. And we also have a couple freshmen that started tonight, Olivia Lease and Olivia Waters. But we have had a really rough beginning. The first quarter, we were unable to score hardly at all, and so we're here at halftime, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to try to get to another commercial here. Be right back. Okay, I am back, and I believe I also got some audio issues taken care of. They said they were having trouble hearing me, so I just turned my volume up, and I was also able to get rid of the echo that was going on in the broadcast as well. So anyway, we are back here with about 4 minutes to go in the halftime. The Lady Bruins are down 29-21. But had a terrific second half coming back, the second quarter coming back after a very, very slow start. They had trouble hitting baskets, getting adjusted to the Southwood trapping defense. And Helen Weitzel came in and hit some very key three-point plays and did very well for the Bruins. So we're glad to have Helen and her leadership on the team. But then the second quarter, we kind of settled down and got into our trapping defense of ourselves, and we're able to create some turnovers for Southwood, and the Bruins got back into the game. I apologize, I don't remember the first quarter score, but I believe we only had 2 points at the end of the first quarter. It was like 18-2. So now we are back in the game. We're down by 8 points, and looking a lot stronger in the second quarter. So you can just tell the girls are getting some confidence about them and settling down, playing some strong trapping defense of their own, and able to work their way back into this ball game little by little. So, but we are here. This is Blackford Sports Network. We are here at Southwood High School in Wabash, Indiana, and this is the opening game of the season for our Lady Bruins. We had a scrimmage last week against Muncie Central, and the girls looked really, really tough. Had a lot of confidence, and so we're trying to bring that confidence level back up, trying to hit some threes, trying to hit some layups. You could just tell the girls were a little bit nervous in this first game, and in the first quarter I had some opening night jitters, but started settling in the second quarter, and I expect after halftime pep talk by Coach Mitch Waters, they're going to be really dialed in here for the second half. So we'll be right back. We've got a minute 40 to go in the halftime. I apologize. I don't think the commercials are actually working. So we'll have all this fixed. Friday night we'll be in Daleville as Lady Bruins take on Daleville Friday night. And I guarantee we will have all these technical issues resolved and fixed, and I will have several lessons on how to work this software. Again, this is David Weddle. I'm broadcasting for the Blackford Sports Network here at Southwood High School in Wabash, Indiana. We've got a very experienced Southwood team with several senior leaders, and in that especially in the first quarter, they were hitting three-pointers like crazy. And Southwood came out very hot on their home court, and likewise the Bruins came out pretty cold in the first quarter. The second quarter, again, Lady Bruins started to settle in and get more comfortable. So we're back to the original starting five. We've got J.C. Soanes, Olivia Waters, Olivia Lease, Reagan Harding, and Grace Simmons are the starters for the Bruins in the second half. They also started the game as well. So, and looking at Southwood coming out, looks like their original starting five as well. Okay, we are ready to start the third quarter here. we're having trouble hanging on to the ball. We get the ball inside and taking it to the floor, and Southwood has quick hands. So we're again setting up the 3-1-1, trapping full court press here, and Southwood able to break through it this time. And the shot is missed by Southwood. Rebound off the hands of one of the Southwood players. Again, Blackford basketball. Waters bring the ball up over to Grace Simmons. Grace driving in for a shot and makes a two-pointer. Okay, after that shot made, we're backing off, coming back to our defense, going back to man-to-man here again. And another block by Olivia Waters. That's her fourth block tonight, and rebounded by Olivia Waters. Amazing defense being played by the Lady Bruins. Shot by J.C. Sones is off, but she gets her own rebound. Driving it back in, puts it back up. Rebounded by Olivia Lease. Lease puts it up, no good, and rebounded by Southwood. Again, Lady Bruins drawing the first blood here in the second half. And a block by Reagan Harding, but call a foul.
Lady Bruins.
And Helen Weitzel getting ready to check in.
Teams first. Sydney Hilton shoots 2.
And free throw is good. Weitzel comes in for Olivia Lease. Bruins had cut it to 6 points. Now it's back to 7 points. And Sydney Helfin shooting her second free throw, misses the second one. So holding on here at 7-point difference right now. Bruins have the ball. Waters out at the top of the key. And Southwood staying in that 2-3 zone defense. And nice pass by Grace Simmons into Sones for 2 points. Cuts it to a 5-point lead. You can tell the Lady Bruins. Oh, another 3-point shot by number 14. That's Erin Lehner. She was hot in the first half, and she's back at it again in the second half. Waters for 3 points. Misses a long rebound out and taken by Southwood. So 33-25, back to an 8-point lead, and Sones breaks up the pass and knocks it out of bounds. Good defensive play there by JC. Another 2 points for Southwood. It takes it up to a 10-point lead. Sones from the side, 10-footer is short. Southwood with the rebound and the block by Waters. This time she gets some body with the block. That's just her second foul for the game, so she's in good shape. to be McKenna Pace. Shooting a free throw, hits the first one, takes it to an 11-point lead.
For the Lady Bruins, number 2, Olivia Lees.
One Olivia for another Olivia. Lease comes in for Waters. And Pace hits the second shot. Make it an 11-point lead now. Southwood staying in that tough 2-3 defense, and Sones hits from about 10 feet, 12 feet out there. That's what we need right now, is we've got to be able to hit those 10 and 12-foot shots that seem to be open. And a good block by Reagan Harding, thrown down and taken away by Southwood, and then fouled by Olivia Lease trying to get the ball back. 3:38 to go in the third quarter. 37-27. Lady Bruins are down by 10. Sissy Reed getting ready to come back into the game for the Bruins. Bruins playing a tough man-to-man. Reagan fights for the rebound, gets it over to Grace Simmons. Grace bringing the ball down. Just off by Olivia Lease. Weitzel for 3. Just off again. In there fighting for the rebound. Olivia Lease getting a rebound and getting tied up, and Bruins getting the ball. So Sissy Reed coming in for Reagan Harding. And they getting the ball inside and stolen away. Knocked out of bounds by the Bruins. And the Lady Knights bringing the ball up again. Aaliyah Sweet, another 2 points. Timeout called by Southwood to avoid the tie-up of the basketball there. 30-second timeout called by Southwood. 2:22 to go in the third quarter. Bruins are down by 12. So again, this is the Blackford Sports Network. We are here at Southwood High School in Wabash, Indiana, with the very first game of the Lady Bruins of the season. They had a scrimmage last week against Muncie Central, and then 2 nights from now on Friday night they'll be in Daleville, playing Daleville. And promise I'll have all the software glitches worked out, and we'll have a much better broadcast on Friday night. I can promise you that. So we've only got one camera working tonight, and of course I'm the only person working the camera. So we will have 2 of us there on Friday. That'll help a lot. Southwood bringing the ball back down. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Missing the shot and getting her own rebound, getting it back out. Bruins are just barely missing some of those passes, stopping some passes and fighting for rebounds underneath. Lease coming down with the ball. Amazing how one of the shortest people on the floor comes out with all those rebounds.
Portsmouth Lady Bruins.
Okay, Cagle coming back in for Reed. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Cagle coming in for Sones. Reed moving over to bring the ball in to Lease at the top of the key, over to Simmons, into Reed, over to Cagle, back to Simmons. And we got a foul underneath on number 14, which is Erin Lehner. That's her third foul. Nobody really in foul trouble too much. I think Lehner has the most fouls at three fouls. And bringing the ball in. And Lease fighting for that rebound. Another jump ball, this time going to Southwood. Whitehall missing on a three-point shot, and Lease coming in from outside and grabbing the rebound and tying it up. And another tie up here. This time going to the Bruins. Lease for three, off on that one. Rebounded by Southwood. That's Lehner rebounding the ball, bringing it down. And Lehner shooting a three-pointer and hitting another three-pointer.
Lehner, the assist, Sydney Elfin.
Missed by Reed underneath, and brought down by Southwood, and a turnover right through the hands of one of the Southwood players. Lease bringing the ball down, over to Simmons, back over to Lease. Looking to go inside to Reed, over to Cagle. Cagle, short 10-footer, and is good. That's the kind of ball movement Mitch has been trying to get the girls to do, and you've got to be able to hit those 10-foot shots like that. And Cagle came through that time. Again, senior leadership. And there's the end of the quarter, last second shot. So at the end of three quarters, Southwood Lady Knights 42, Blackford Lady Bruins 29. So again, I'm going to attempt to go to a commercial. Hopefully, if it doesn't play, you'll just get to hear me talk some more. Okay, we are back, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. And again, Southwood came out in the third quarter, hitting some three-pointers. They got some senior leadership there that is their experience is really showing. And we just have to get comfortable, start moving the ball around. The last offensive set that we did was exactly what Coach Waters has been trying to get the girls to do, moving the ball around, getting it to the inside. And there's a steal by Olivia Waters. And she's fouled on the shot. Hit in the face. So she'll go for 2 points, or for two free throws. And there she hits the first one. Cuts the deficit down to 12. And off on the second shot. Southwood getting the rebound, bringing it down. Rebounded by Reed. Over to Waters. Waters for 3 points. Oh, just off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Reed underneath for 2 points. Sissy Reed for 2. Cuts the deficit down to 10. And Bruins are working on that trap defense again. Trying to fill the lanes and travel called on Southwood, a turnover. Good defensive stance by Blackford on that one. And there's the play they want right there. Good team offense right there. Good team offense right there. Good passing, good patience, and Harding coming through, hitting that shot, about a 15-footer, just inside the three-point line, but nice solid shot by Harding. Back down to 8-point lead. And good defensive stand again by Blackford. 5 seconds called. We got Sones coming back in for Cagle. Couple substitutions there. Halpert out for Southwood. And driving shot by Waters is missed and rebounded. And that is Waters' fourth foul with 5:51 to go. 5:51 to go. That's 4 fouls on Waters. So coach is letting her know. Play smart. And another steal by Lease. Jump ball going to the Lady Bruins. Good defensive stance there again. Least jumping in there, grabbing the ball. So with 5:35 to go in the game, 42-34, we're down by 8. Coach Waters getting the plan ready to go. So again, this is Blackford Sports Network. We are at Southwood High School in Wabash, Indiana. Friday night we'll be in Daleville for the game with the Lady Bruins. That'll be the second game of their season. So good opening night. Good crowd here tonight. I bet there's close to 100 Bruin fans here tonight. And apologize those of you that are at home, been watching this or trying to watch this. I had trouble with the software at the beginning, and I think we missed most of the first quarter. But I came in the second quarter, and hopefully you've been able to hear me and see the broadcast since that time. The Lady Bruins have the ball out, and Southwood looks like they're moving to their full court press as well. Soane's throwing the ball into Waters, and we're clearing out over to Weitzel in the corner for three. Misses it, but rebounded by Lease. Brings it back out to the top of the key. Timeout called by Blackford. Avoided a turnover right there as the ball got knocked loose and Lease was diving for the ball. So once she had control of the ball, Coach Waters called timeout. But again, with here in the fourth quarter, the Lady Bruins have got their work cut out for them. 8-point deficit with right at 5 minutes to go in the game. If they play like they did against Muncie Central last week in the scrimmage, they can definitely pull this out. But 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game. Bruins are down by 8. Weitzel will be taking the ball out, throwing it into Waters, and it looks like they're switching to man-to-man. And Weitzel for 3-point shot. Saved by Lease, but her foot was on the line, so it'll go to Southwood.
Number 20, Grace Simmons.
All right. Another 2-point shot by number 10 is Pace. Takes it back up to a 10-point lead. And Soanes hits for 2. Nice little driving jumper, about 6 feet out. But love to see the intensity of these Lady Bruin girls. Waters playing with 4 fouls, so she has to play a little bit more tentative. Reagan in for a nice defensive stand, and Southwood throws the ball away.
Number 32,
Sissy Reed back in for Reagan Harding. And Soanes from the corner and misses the shot. Reed was in there for the rebound and knocked out of bounds by Southwood, so it'll stay down at Blackford's end of the court. Soanes taking the ball in, passes to Waters, over to Weitzel, to Simmons, inside to Reed, over to Soanes. Soanes from the corner just misses. 10-footer. And foul by Reed right there. Trying to stop the ball from driving down. Apologize for the cough there. I haven't found out where the cough button is. Foul on Weitzel on a 3-point attempt. So, and she misses the first free throw. Gets the second one.
40 for Lady Bruins, number 2, Olivia Lee.
Olivia Lees comes back in for Helen Weitzel. And hits the third shot. So back up to a 10-point lead. Rebound by Lease and fouled by number 11. Or 21, sorry. Fouled by Heflin.
Number 11, Rodney Barney.
Or
Her third.
Helfin.
Team's third.
And we just can't get a 3-point shot in tonight. But rebounded by Southwood and tied up by Simmons.
40 for Lady Knights, number 5, Ella Hopper.
Blackford set up in their full court trap. And Southwood breaks it. And Waters gets the rebound and is fouled over the back.
22, Leah Sweet, her second. Fourth, reporting for the Lady Knights, Riley Barney.
And ball come down by both Olivia's. Waters to Lease, over to Sones, back to Waters, inside to Reed. Reed up for the shot and missing that. Little 10-foot shot. And foul on Simmons.
Lady Bruin, number 20, Grace Simmons, her third.
That's 3 on Grace.
2 for Lady Knights, Aaron Lane.
Guarantee the Lady Knights are going to be feeling this a little bit tomorrow. Bruins are a good, tough-nosed defense team. And she hits the first free throw.
Number 10, Helen Weitzel. 40 Lady Bruins, number 33, Erin Cagle.
And Cagle in for Sissy Reed. Weitzel just came in. So we've got all of our 3-point shooters in the game right now. So it's time we start hitting some of those 3-point shots. Sones from 15 feet, off the mark, and we got elbows flying down there. And timeout called by Southwood. We've got 2:26 to go in the game, and Bruins are down by 12. We've just had a rough time of hitting 3-point shots tonight, and some of our 10 and 12-foot shots are not going in. So I can tell you Coach Waters is taking notes of that, and they'll be practicing a lot on hitting those short shots. Blackford's ready for a full court press again, which worked well for him in the second quarter and parts of the third quarter as they scrapped to get back into this game. If you take the first quarter away, Bruins would be ahead right now. Unfortunately, you have to play all 4 quarters, and you can't take away the quarters that you want. And foul on
number 3, Liv Waters, her fifth. Team's 8.
And Waters fouls out of the game on that one. Actually, I thought that they were going to call that on Cagle, but they did call it on Waters, as she was right in the middle of it as well. And hits the first of her free throws. And foul call on number 14.
Her fourth. Team's fifth.
Lease was in for the rebound and got number 14 to come over her back to try to get the ball from her. Lease up at the point now. Good passing, good shot by Simmons. That's just what they need to do every time down the court. Every time down the court. Good passing. And Simmons is in there to tie up the ball, which good defensive play, but got the arm in the process.
Shooting the Lady Knights, Riley Barney. 40 for Lady Bruins, Sissy Reed, Reagan Harding.
Apologize for the camera work.
40 for the Lady
Simmons drove the ball all the way down, and right at the last second, one of the Southwood players reached around back and knocked it out of her hands. The ball's thrown into Lease underneath, and trying to get the ball to Sissy Reed. Brings the ball back out. Lease for 2 points. Misses on that one. Southwood screening for one another. And you can tell they're going into slow down offense.
Lady Bruins foul number 32, Sissy Reed.
Sissy Reed on the foul there.
Sydney Nelson will shoot 2.
Bruins are down by 11 with 1:18 to go in the game. And Southwood is going to a slow-down game. That's 21, Sydney Helfand for Southwood. Been pretty hot all night, but misses on the first free throw and hits on the second one. Takes it up to a 12-point lead for Southwood. And Soanes coming back in for Helen Weitzel. Lease bringing the ball down. Over to Simmons. Simmons inside to Reagan. And knocked away by Southwood underneath. Harding with the rebound. Simmons with the rebound and stolen away by Southwood. Fast break. Layup. Making it 52-38.
Lady Knight, number 11, Riley Barney, her fourth. Team's sixth.
And a little travel on the play there. And Southwood bringing in some subs with 33 seconds to go. Briadney in as well for the Bruins. And Adney there for the rebound and 2 points. And timeout called quickly by the Bruins to save that turnover. So it's 52-40 with 6.2 seconds to go in the game. And again, I know you can't play the game like this, but if you could take that first quarter back, take the first quarter and just redo that or play the first quarter like they played the other 3 quarters, we'd have a different outcome tonight. So that's another learning lesson for the Lady Bruins as they get ready to complete their first game of the season. Not the turnout that they wanted, I'm sure, but a good lesson, good support here by the Blackford Bruin fans. Got a good group of Bruin fans here tonight, and hopefully those of you that couldn't make it are bearing with me with this broadcast. Again, I'll have this software figured out by Friday night. We'll be playing Daleville Friday night at Daleville. And then the Lady Bruins are home next Tuesday, the 12th, against Fort Wayne. And shot partially blocked and rebounded by Reagan, by Harding, and then double dribbled. So. And that's the ball game, folks. 52-40 is your final. And I'm sure this isn't what the Lady Bruins, how they wanted to start this season out. But, it was a tough first quarter. And, that kind of laid the hole for them to dig out of for the rest of the game. So the final score, 52-40. The Lady Bruins go down for the first time this season. And I'm sure Friday night we'll be playing at Daleville, and you're going to see a lot more confidence coming out, like what we saw at the Muncie Central game. But there's Coach Mitch Waters in his second year here, and but that's it for tonight. We're going to call it a night and pack up. Appreciate you checking in and being with us live here at Southwood High School in Wabash, Indiana. Again, this is Blackford Sports Network. My name is David Weddle. I'll see you again Friday night when the Lady Bruins take on Daleville. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.